Hey guys, welcome to Coaching with Chris. Today we're going to be talking about NAMB Focus. We're going to be visiting with the leaders of NAMB. And I got to say, first of all, Valerie and Kimber have been a big part of Windsor's success. Not only are they great cheerleaders, but they've helped me. They've invested in us. They've just done so many things throughout these years. It was NAMB that changed my life as a broker, and going back into the early 04, 05 when we had our state chapter. And so that's why NAMB has always been super, super important to me. And so today I want to talk about what they've got cooking, what we're talking about for 2026. And like being involved in such a great organization is not just like writing a check. It's like our future as mortgage brokers, which is very passionate to me. So Valerie, Kimber, how are you?
Great. How are you, Chris?
I am good. You guys are busy, super busy right now. We are almost to the finish line. NAMB Focus is it NAMB Focus or
NAMB National?
I'm such an idiot.
We do have NAMB Focus, but that's January 2026. We'll worry about that later.
We definitely got to talk about that. But NAMB National, I mean, it's just grown. I think number one, it is the best trade show in the industry, just where you can connect with so many different people. It has the best stage. It has the best audience, and it has a huge attendance. And are we sold out, or do we still have tickets?
Well, we never technically sell out. So, okay. we keep registering as long as people keep wanting to come. So we don't have a limit necessarily on going to the trade show, attending the speaking sessions, our breakouts. We do have educational certification events. NAMB is an NMLS approved course provider, so we offer on-site CE. So those do have caps or limits. We have a very, very popular party Friday evening that has sold out. So we are capped at the moment for that. But there's lots and lots to do, regardless of whether or not you're able to join us Friday evening. So there's plenty of other things to do.
So let's catch everybody up, because typical Chris fashion, I jump way ahead because I wanted to know something. And but we're talking about NAMB National. Now, this is in Vegas, coming up here in October. And the dates, help me out on the dates, guys.
October 17th to the 20th.
And this is actually right before MBA. So if you're going to MBA, this is right before it. Come in a couple days early. I know Friday is a big popular that event is very popular and passionate for Mr. Kimber, yes, of setting up some surprises along the way. But you really have an array of great speakers. So whether you're going to want to go to the trade show and meet every vendor of anything mortgage, or you want to attend the trade show, the speakers, let's start off with the first day, guys, and then kind of work our way through the cool things and the surprises that you guys got along the way, as far as listening to these speakers, and also being able to learn, right? And then Kaylin, if you're listening, send Kylie, because my battery says low on my laptop and I don't want us to get halfway through and then die. So anyways, this is live, so I can't, this is not pre-recorded. This is the way life works in the mortgage department. So anyways, let's go through this first day.
You want me to start, Kimber?
Yeah,
okay. So yes, I've been eating, sleeping, living this. So I want to make sure I cover everything. So day one is Friday, October 17th. As I mentioned, NAMB is an NMLS approved course provider. One of the benefits of membership is continuing education. So we have our 8-hour CE class for those that need education to renew their license. We also are offering one of our certification classes, which is our FHA mortgage professional class. And then we have our big welcome party. which we are kind of combining two parties into one. So being respectful of MBA, on Sunday evening, they usually have vendor events, and we don't want anybody to have to make a decision.
Right.
So we took our Sunday night party and our Friday welcome party, and they made a baby called
had a big one.
Yes, a big giant baby called the Friday night welcome party. And it also is when we give out all of our awards to all of our award winners that we recently announced, of which Windsor and a couple of your folks are award winners. And we also have our band, which is Barry Habib's Rock of Ages. So if you have never seen Barry perform, you would definitely not want to miss that event. He really is truly in his element when he's up on stage with his band behind him. And we do have a surprise that evening as well, which of course we can't tell you because it wouldn't be a surprise.
Right. We can't let it all out. But I heard it's a really big surprise. Yeah. So that gets us all the way through Friday, and then we hit it ground running on Saturday.
Yes. So we have a music theme for this year's event. So we are embracing everything music related. So this year we do have an MC who is also a DJ. So we will have a DJ. We kick off the morning at 8:30 a.m. His name is DJ Will Gill. So you can have some donuts and coffee with the DJ. And then we go straight into our first session at 9.
Okay.
And DJ Will is a world-renowned DJ. So it's not just, he is like one of the top DJs, won awards, been on tops. He's amazing. So you're not going to want to miss DJ Will, just to keep you in
which I love, because I feel like the change to this is that the DJ is going to set the tempo.
Yep.
and the mood. And like, if we're all in great moods, we learn better. And I feel like this is where this DJ is really going to shine throughout this. Plus, I got the privilege to be able to see a couple clips of him, and he's a professional. He's not an amateur.
No.
He's actually flying in at 7:20 a.m. Friday morning from another event to do our help us with our sound checks and everything as we get ready and prepared for Friday night and Saturday. So yeah, he will be there Saturday for all the main stage events and Sunday for all the main stage events. So
NAMB's really turned up the volume.
Way to get the plug in.
I would say like I'm probably really super excited. Our booth, the back is basically a guitar. It's insane. I think it's the nicest booth we've ever done. There's different areas where you can take pictures at, all designed towards this rock theme. So this is going to be really fun. It made me think of when we got pretty competitive in creating this booth, that maybe next year, as a suggestion, we should do best booth and then have like 3 different categories. Small booth.
We actually are doing that.
Oh,
we're doing that this year.
Oh, so we're competing and we didn't even know it.
Yes.
We actually, we've been promoting that to our exhibitors to have them embrace the theme. And so, yes, we have a small, a medium, and a large winner that we will be selecting.
Well, see, Chris, I need to get better in the details. I need to tell my. All right, so let's talk about the speakers on Saturday. So we have the speakers on Saturday. Who's some highlights, and who are you excited about, guys?
So, of course, so the day starts, besides the DJ, we have a technology-focused panel with Arrive and Harish. And then we go straight into Barry Habib. Of course, this might be one of the first events he's doing that's mortgage-focused since he became a board of director member with Fannie Mae. So that is something we haven't had before. Then we have our installation of officers and Kimber's incoming president's message. Then, of course, we go straight into year 2 of Battle of the Coaches.
So excited about that.
With yourself. And then
that's pretty salty. Like I've been talking to these coaches and how competitive they are, and they're like trying to ask. They want to position themselves, and can I go last? And can you do this? And I'm like, easy killers. And so the questions we've got geared up, we're coming with it. So we got battle of the coaches, and then we lead into what?
Next is we have Eddie Perez with EPM. And then we have a panel with Rocket Pro.
Okay.
And then and of course the exhibit hall is open from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. We do have some surprises as well for the exhibit hall. And then we go into our breakout sessions where we have several of them that are focused on AI, branding, marketing. We also have a panel on, building your broker business, HELOCs, reverses, and we finish up at our breakout sessions that day with Kyle Draper.
Oh, that's going to be cool.
And the thing with I think what sets NAMB aside, I've always said this, is that we make sure that we'd listen over the years. We would have our trade show open, and we'd have the sessions going on as far as the main stage. We don't do that. You get the morning, you get to take it all in before the trade show, and your breakouts open in the afternoon, which gives you an ability to really be focused, be in the room, really grab something out of that, get your day kicked off and going. Then in the afternoon, you can go to the trade show with well over 100 vendors. That's crazy. I think about 125 vendors is what we have right now in the trade show. And we're sold out, been sold out for months. And then you can go into your breakout sessions. And at NAMB, just that first day, you're going to take away something you can learn in your business. And we wanted to bring the kickoff of the night, the first night, to make sure that you're getting energized, you're getting pumped up. It's all about socializing. It's about getting to know each other. But it's also making sure when you leave NAMB that you're taking something away that you can tangibly use for your business. And you also can hopefully make different new relationships with the vendors. It's free. I think that's the biggest thing for us. We've always made it free. And the reason we made it free because we feel that you as our industry partners have invested into us. So we want to make sure we put people in front of you and give you those people, and that we give the member something that is tangible with their membership. Over 2,000 registered right now, which is crazy. I'm just so excited about that. And this is all about the passion of our industry. My first one was in 2011, as I told Valerie, that I went to. And even if I wasn't the president of NAMB or involved in NAMB, I would be there because you get so much out of it.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think strategizing is saying I got to learn something or at least bring back 5 ideas is a strategy, but then to meet 5 new people in the industry that can help you in your business. That's the thing that I probably love over the years, especially in the very beginning, is that the relationships that I made simply by going. And look, I'm just like everybody else. Like right before you're like, oh, I'm going. Like, I just want to stay home. But then when I get there, I get pumped up and excited. I learn something. And the team hates it on the next day after I come from somewhere of all the stuff that I want to implement because I learned. And I think that that's really cool. So now we're going to transfer in. Saturday's an amazing day. You got Saturday night free, or you could be doing some vendor events, or no?
We got parties.
We got parties.
Parties that are scheduled. So
we got parties with the vendors. We've got Rocket doing a party. We've got EPM doing a party. I know that we have Plaza's doing something. Penny Mac is doing a party. Those are just 4 that we know of.
You got 4 or 5 parties you could go to, make your choices, and make your rounds.
Yeah. So they're going to take Omni over, and then Rocket is doing this big
called Disco Show.
Disco Show
at the link.
At the link. So it's really keep on going into Saturday night to keep your energy going. And then Sunday.
Don't stay out too late, though.
Because early Sunday.
What's going to happen Sunday?
Well, so Sunday we have a full day of speaking sessions also. So 8:30 to 9, we're back with DJ Will Gill. We do have a buffet breakfast. Then we go into Trevor York.
Mm.
And this day is really kind of focused on branding and kind of looking at how you do business and seeing how we can all improve and do better. I mean, there's never a place to stop and just settle. So we have Trevor York. Then we have a panel discussing the non-delegated correspondent lending side of the business.
Big debate.
Yep.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Yes, big debate.
I said it's a big debate right now.
Yes.
Then we have a women's panel.
Oh.
And then we have Brian Hale with Mortgage Advisory Partners talking about different strategies to convert more leads. Then we have Christine Beckwith, who was part of your Battle of the Coaches last year.
She's amazing, outstanding, fierce,
yes,
tough. Like she's one of my favorites.
And then we have our keynote for that day, which is Christo, who you probably remember from the Forward event.
Oh no, I know Christo. I have pages and pages of notes. I actually keep this notebook right here with all of my Forward notes. And Christo,
love Chris.
He's just amazing. First of all, he's got a great name.
Yeah.
And second of all, his thought process of marketing and his resume is insane. He is going to wrap this event up. What a day on Saturday.
Yeah.
Sunday. Well, we're actually not even done. That's just the main stage. Then we have the exhibit hall from 1 to 5. We have then we have 2 more sessions. One from 2 to 4 is with Megan Anderson. If you're unsure of how to incorporate AI and ChatGPT tools like that into your business, it's a 2-hour session. We want you to bring your laptop. She's going to do live demos, walk through different strategies, help you learn how to save time using these tools that we now have available. And then we have another, a marketing panel focused on AI as well. So, and then of course, from 4 to 5, we have our happy hour and all of our wonderful vendors who give prizes away.
Yeah, I just got done creating the limited edition NAMB t-shirt. It is maybe the best t-shirt I've ever made. So I can't wait to be able to show that and give it away. And as a not only as a keepsake to remember that you are at NAMB National, but something fun to be able to wear out in the industry that people know that you're in the mortgage business.
Yes.
Because that's what we would wear. So, Rob gave a great question here. He's like, given that you have so many people registered, what's your best advice of getting the most value out of NAMB National, especially if you're a first-time attendee?
I think for me, I remember the first time attendee, and people are not going to believe this, but I am shy around crowds. People's like, what? But if I go into a crowd of new people, it takes me a few minutes to get acclimated. So what I think I did my first time and first show is I knew a couple people and I went with them. But what I did is went into the trade show first after the morning meetings, and I got to talk with them, and then I kind of acclimated and went to events. So to me, it's just don't be so overwhelmed with what you have. Pick out what you want. As you just said, there's 5 things that you want to get away with. Well, for first attendee, come with one thing that you really want to learn and get involved in. And then at least meet, and I don't tell you 5 people, 1 person, because sometimes that's a lot for a first-time attendee.
Right.
But 1 person to meet. I'm there, Valerie's there, any of us with names there. Come up and just say hi to us. I'm friendly.
Well, the whole board. You can meet the whole board.
That's for a whole board. Say hi to us, because the fact is, I'll talk to a lamppost now. But you can't shut me up. So the fact is, find me, say hi, just become and be yourself, enjoy and learn. Don't be overwhelmed with it. 2,000 people can be overwhelming. Just learn one thing bring one thing with you that you want to learn and enjoy yourself.
Val, Tiffany said you've led at every level from branch operations to national advocacy. How can women in the mortgage finance continue to grow and lead in what's still a male-dominated space? What, Tiffany? This is not male-dominated. I feel like if we looked at the attendees, it's just 50-50, but maybe I'm wrong, Val. What's your advice to Tiffany?
So first of all, I think that the mortgage industry itself is really sort of the great equalizer, because it doesn't matter if you're male or female. You're going to close the same types of loans. You're going to have the same challenges. You're going to, work for the same types of companies. We typically, we have LO comps, so your structures are going to be the same. They're really based more off of your production, your experience, your knowledge, rather than your X or Y chromosome. But I would say don't listen to the noise. And also, women have a tendency, it's just my personal opinion, we don't really compete with each other. We are more supportive of each other. So I think women really kind of rally together and help each other and hold the next person's hand that's behind us, and while we're holding the person's hand that's in front of us. So if you see somebody that is on social media, in person, that stands out, and you just need a lifeline, somebody to ask a question to or direct you, just ask us. I mean, I have people that contact me every day. And so I know myself, and there's lots of others like Christine Beckwith, Laura Brandeo, all of us who are in the industry and want to see everyone succeed, but of course women succeed. Just, ask for help. Don't be shy.
Yeah. Now I know you guys have done a lot of effort towards the youth and the youth, and that's a passion of mine. I love training and being able to help the youth in this industry, and I think it's a big, huge responsibility for us to continue to bring up the youth into our industry. And you guys have opened up a new piece inside NAMB just for that reason. True.
We just opened up a young professional network. President-elect Mike Farrell is helping bring that up, bring it together. But something of mine, as I've always said, I'm a boomer, and the average age is in their 50s. And to bring up more people who are passionate in the industry and to really educate and to get them to where that they want to be. Because I think so many younger people got into the industry 18, 19, 20, and they got into it money. The money was easy, it was good, it's whatever. And I think the training went lacking, in the fact of the matter is really bringing them into the industry and making them feel like it's not an old person's industry. And I think that is why NAMB is going to thrive, because we have embraced that the past few years. And we've really started growing that young professional network. We started having young professionals on heading our committees. So for us, the Young Professional Network, I think they're going to do a meetup also.
I was just going to say, so 5:30 p.m. on Friday, October 17th, shortly before the opening of the party, the NAMB Young Professionals Group is doing a meetup so that they can sort of mix, mingle, and also be able to collaborate with each other, not just at that event, but well beyond. We do monthly Young Professionals meetings. The chair of that, his name is Matt Shields. And, we really do need to focus on the industry is actually trending younger. Yep. When 2010, when NMLS started tracking birth dates because of all of our applications, the average age was 54. I believe now it's 45. So
what? I'm old?
And you're old.
I hate to break it to
you. So if I'm going to come to this event, I'm going to get carded. I'm going to make sure Shelby's there. This is really cool. So you're going to do a little thing, a meetup, 5:30.
Yeah, it's going to be close to the registration area. Okay. I know that Ginger Bell and Matt, who also are the hosts of our podcast, are spearheading that. And if you didn't get the information or you want to be a part of it, just email either one of us and we can share it with you.
And Chris, a few years ago, you and I talked, and I remember everyone has heard NAMB was years ago. NAMB's got great content. It's this, but it's not fun. Even though I thought we were fun, and it's not bringing in the young people. This, and I think that that's something that everyone perception is reality, whether it's true or not. I didn't feel it was. That's one reason this year you're seeing a total shift at NAMB as far as the entertainment, the DJ, those type things. We want to engage everyone. We want it to be professional, but we want to bring in the young professionals and these meetups and really educate and mentor. We're starting a mentorship program. That is something else that's going to be announced at NAMB National, which I'll bring out here to you. We're starting a mentorship program that's going to help mentor the young professionals and mentor people who are even our ages, my age, that really is like, I really need help. I've been in this for over 4 years, and I'm kind of like, I still need some help, but I don't want to ask because I'm too proud. So, those are the things we're going to start with. Young professionals, we're all in with that. Women, we've started with that, again, with what we've had with our Inspire, we're expanding on that. So we're really focusing on these programs, and I think you're going to see such a big influence with NAMB this year on that.
So we got a couple more things. I mean, advocacy is a big topic. Hey, if it wasn't for you guys of being able to credit reports, trigger bill, like you guys are busy in advocacy right now. What's the big hot topic now that the trigger bill is all put into place? What's next in advocacy?
I got an agenda this long.
Really?
Yeah, my agenda, we've already put out our agenda, the legislative agenda coming up and what we want to start with. The first thing we're looking at, of course, is LOCOMP. LOCOMP is a conversation. LOCOMP is coming up. LOCOMP, low-level pricing agenda.
Let's go back before you jump in, okay? What's the biggest thing about LOCOMP?
Valerie, what's your biggest thing you think?
So the biggest thing about LOCOMP is that, and I don't know if people are aware of this. So when Dodd-Frank was created, there was a section where it discussed LOCOMP. It also did give the CFPB regulatory authority to go in through the public comment period and make changes to federal rules and regulations. But part of Dodd-Frank does say that because individual MLOs and mortgage broker businesses are both treated exactly the same as an individual mortgage loan originator in federal law. What it does say is an individual mortgage broker business cannot pay an individual MLO on a transaction that is borrower paid. They would only be able to pay on lender paid. CFPB came in shortly thereafter and made the change so that we have the current structure that we have now where you can be paid on borrower or lender paid. In June, CFPB sent over some potential changes to the OMB, and they are reviewing that. So we're waiting with bated breath, along with everybody else, to see what this potential LOCOMP reform may be. The key here is don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. We don't want what the CFPB did to correct what Dodd-Frank put into place to be removed, because otherwise that's going to be a gigantic change to the industry. And if people think, look at your business right now, how many loans are you closing that you're doing lender paid? Probably very few. So that would be a really devastating effect on the industry.
And there's groups out there that think that the borrower should be paying, that have came out with their white papers, that they think the borrower should be paying everything. And no compensation, no rebate, no YSB back, nothing. So do I think it's going to get that? Do we think it's going to be that draconian? No. But the fact is, if we're not already starting pro-advocating and being a part of the conversation, leading the way, and actually giving some direction on this, then there will be, there could be draconian things.
I do too. And I mean, like, look, we all watched what happened with the NAR settlement.
Yep.
And this is a big topic. And one of the reasons why I stayed non-Del in 08 was because of the introduction of borrower paid in 09. So like, this is a reason why to join NAMB. to have someone fight for you as this big voice to be able to protect. And it takes all of us to participate. So not only are you going to get a great trade show, not only are you going to get great speakers, but now you're going to have someone to fight for you for your income and your dollar that's going into your pocket. This is a big deal. I know you have tons of obviously topics to be able to lobby and to protect, but this has to be one of the biggest ones.
This is one of the biggest ones. Other, biggest one that we have, of course, is affordability and housing. We all know where it's been spread. There's the largest wealth inequality gap. You've been a long time. I've been at 39 years. It's the largest wealth inequality gap that I've seen. As I said on an interview the other day, that in the 80s, but the 80s interest rates were 15, 16%. But income kept up with inflation. Income has not kept up inflation now. Income has not kept up with housing and prices. Income has not kept up with taxes, insurance, and incentives. Parents had money to give to the kids for the down payment. They don't have that now because they used it because they went through crashes or COVID or other economic situations. Those are large discussions that we have to have, how to have affordability. We all know we have a housing crisis, but how do we solve the housing crisis? And those of us in the industry have really not been involved in the conversation. So we need to be involved. Loan level price adjustments is a simple way to do that. We've heard the second homes, we've heard the investments. I understand how that to me is in second, and there's a huge one right now. Is heck, we want to get people back into the market buying houses. Let's make the equality playing field. We took the 80% AMI to help people, the first-time home buyers with low to moderate income. But what we actually did over that time, if you look what's happened through the last administration until today, in my opinion, and I think statistics show it, what has really happened is the fact is that the middle income person who makes that 80% and above has now been left out of the market because they're paying higher and higher prices and higher interest rates, which puts them out of the market. We need to put it back to a level playing field again, and even reducing those, the second homes, the investors. We were supposed to be doing that to help the first home buyers get in. No, we killed the mom and pops in our industry from buying their retirement home, and the small investors who help those renters and put those investments in corporate America's hands, which has actually hurt the first-time home buyer. So that's a large conversation that we have to have, and we need to have with FHFA. It can be done directly within an agency.
Well, and I think you brought up a great point is that, look, we could look at all these different areas of inflation and housing expense and everything else, but at the end of the day, we, as an association, we have to say, well, what are the things that we can control?
Right.
And a couple of the things that you mentioned, I think we could lean on, and those are controllable. I can't control wages. I can't control lumber. I can't control a lot of those other things, but I could control a couple of these things. And these hits right here would be a great start to being able to control it. So now we lead into the next event, right, that we're already thinking about, and what surprises we could even bring. And you're like, Chris, wait, we're just talking about October. Now you're already into next year. But like, these things are animals. They take a lot of planning. And I'm pretty excited about this one because I've been a little voice that said, I want a nicer place. And you guys delivered. And we've got a really cool venue, a really cool place coming up. And this would be, now we would call NAMB Focus, correct?
Erosion Shingle Creek in October, in January. Valerie, what's our dates in January?
The dates are, oh gosh, I've been in NAMB national mode. I believe they are January 14th to the 16th. It is the weekend right before Martin Luther King Day. And yes, Rosen Shingle Creek, it's a beautiful property. It is also directly across the street from Universal Studios. So if you have not been to the new Harry Potter world or all of these other new things going on over there, or you're a Disney-phile like I am, you can kill two birds and learn a bunch of things that you can utilize in your business for the year, and then have a lot of fun with your family after.
And the NAMB Focus has always been focus on your business,
right?
Focus on you. And that's why we call it NAMB Focus. And this is, about technology, AI, really how to get down. It's a smaller conference, 500 or 600 people is what we have, 700. But this really gets into focusing on you. Days of really being about you, really walking out of there and all those classes, you got hands-on learning. That's why I love Focus. I mean, I love NAMB National, of course, it's big, but I love Focus. And to me, this year being president, it's really going to be digging down more about you and about your business and about AI, as I've said before, you heard me say, AI is not going to replace you unless you don't learn AI. And I've always said that, and how to better do social media and to have marketing tools. And we still have a mini little trade show there, which is even, to me, it's more intimate there because you really get that one-on-one. So we're really excited about that. We're starting to plan for it. You don't want to miss it. And again, Rosen Shingle Creek, when Valerie says, okay, what do we do? And we looked at place, I'm like, I love Rosen, and you know me when I was like, yes, let's up it a notch, and we are. It's going to be exciting.
Yeah, I mean, I would call Kimber bougie with a budget.
Yes, bougie with the budget. Yes, believe it or not. People don't believe that.
Bougie with a budget with NAMB, possibly, but maybe not in her personal life.
No, there's not a bougie with the budget with Kimber. It's just called bougie.
That's right. You left out the budget. But look, I mean, it's my favorite, one of my favorite events to speak at, because it is this small group. It's tight. They want to learn. They want to get better. I'm working on actually that talk, which is called Hope for the LO. And I feel like it's a cool thing transitioning into 26, along with tactics to be able to implement. And it's to me, it's like you go to both. You go to NAMB National. You're going to get some new relationships. You're going to see. I knew my battery was going to die on me right when I did, and so I already had backup. So you're going to learn different things at different events, but you're also going to meet different people at different events. And that's why both are, I want to use the word important. I don't think that's the right word, but I think beneficial to your business if you truly want to grow. If you want to come out and hang out and party and do that, you can do that. But if you want to come and go learn something, you're going to actually have the 26 that you want. In closing, what would be one or two reasons why we as mortgage professionals should be going to NAMB National?
For me, one reason that you're going to go to NAMB National is you get to meet other people like in the business. We sit behind our desk most of the time. We're there. We're in our I call it cocoons of our business and doing things. And sometimes we're just, I call it burned out, especially right now. We went through a rough time. We're starting to come out of it a little bit. We've all it's been stressful. This has been not the year that we expected. We all know that. It's been a little bit downturning. So I think when you go, you get to see like-minded people. You get to think about what they are and you get to talk about people. Number two, you get to learn something because there may be a product. I'll go back and say, up until 2019, I never did a non-QM loan, ever, had never done one. Ever. 2020 is when I did my first non-QM loan. Now, what makes that important? Because I would walk by every booth that I saw, which was a few back then. We know, I'd be like, that's the old subprime crap. Mm-hmm. Look, I cut my teeth on that crap. I'm not going. But then one day in 2021 or 19, I'm sorry, I sat down and went into a non-QM breakout session. Mm. I left there, and of course, we all know what happened in 2020. We had the refinance market, but then we had people who had different jobs and different things. I'm like, okay, I'm losing business. I remember that lender that I sit in and I called them. Hmm. Today, 50% of my business is non-QM.
Yeah.
Non-QM. So go into another reason. Go to NAMB National with an open mind, looking to learn a new product, something that you think that you can bring into your business to help your business. I always tell everyone there's never too many tools in a toolbox in our industry. And this is someone who, at my age, never thought I would be doing non-QM and be told, look, that you're 50% of your business. And then the lender that's non-QM called me like, oh, well, you're number 2 mortgage broker for me in the state of Florida, and you're in our top 10 in the United States in brokerage. I'd be like, excuse me? But that is something to me that those are the two things.
That's cool. Valerie?
I would say number one is the education. And not meaning just, I'm not referring to the certifications and the C, which of course is great education, but it's really about educating yourself, whether you're doing that in the speaking sessions or you're doing that in the exhibit hall. because Kimber and I actually had this conversation the other day about you always have to be thinking outside the box. You shouldn't just automatically say no to a borrower because you don't necessarily know off the top of your head of a lender or a product that might fit that particular customer's profile. But you now have 125 different companies that you can look at their products, see what advancements that they're making and what their roadmap looks like in AI. Of course, we all know wholesale lenders are incorporating AI into their business just as much as all of us should be.
Right.
We also have a lot of different vendors, whether it's tech providers or marketing companies or whatever. Everything is really there to help educate you to make really informed decisions that can help you advance your business. If you want to grow your business, you want to add more MLOs, or maybe you decide, hey, you know what? If I just incorporate a few more tech tools, I prefer to be small. And I can effectively be small with just adding a few extra pieces to the puzzle. So I would say that for sure. And then, of course, meeting a lot of like-minded people. You know, I think COVID helped. Of course, we all loved the amount of business we were doing in COVID, but what we didn't have is the social interaction. And just talking face to face, being able to go to lunch with somebody that you hadn't met before, or there's lots of people that are there by themselves, who are looking for other people to communicate with. We have a lot of brokers who are one-man shops. If they don't come out to these events, they're going to be living in a little bubble and the world's just going to pass them by. So whether you're a one-man shop or you have, 1,000 LOs, there really is something for everyone there.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Guys, you're both super important to me. I love what you're doing for NAMB. I think if you haven't joined NAMB, you guys got to join NAMB. And by the way, we haven't even asked this question. How much is it cost to attend?
It's free.
Yeah, you just use a discount code. It's free. The only thing that you would need to pay for is the certification classes. The CE class, if you're a member, it's $12. And then, of course, we do have lunches that are available, but those are optional in the main ballroom. But other than that, yeah, it's free.
It's free. Free 99, as Kyle Draper always says. I didn't bring that up to the very end because you wouldn't believe me, or you would shut me off because you're like, this ain't going to be good because it's free. No, this is because of all of the different people that invest in NAMB are able to bring this to you. And that's myself, Eddie, Rocket, like all of us are all contributing because we believe in this type of an event. And that's what I love. Valerie and Kimber donate tons of time to be able to bring this event to you, and then to do it for free seems silly, but it's the heart of NAMB. But all I ask for you guys, if you come to an event and they give it to you like this, join NAMB, because that is at the end, that's the voices that we need to be able to protect our industry. And that's what I learned in the early 2000s is that that's why NAMB is so important. So make sure you guys join. I'll make sure that I get the link and I'll attach the link for you so that you could register. Valerie, right? You can get me that link.
Yes.
And I guess I'll see you in a few days.
Yeah. Yes. Sounds awesome. Looking forward to it.
We can give a free code to get a discount, can't we, on here today?
Yeah, I can get that.
Yes. Yeah. So with the link that I'll share with Chris, you can use the discount code NN25 free, and that'll get you into the breakout sessions, speaking sessions, and the exhibit hall for free.
And for the membership, $99.
Yes, we offer $99 membership at our live events. So that's available too.
Don't forget to do it. I'll make sure I put it in the chat so you guys can find it. I'll get that from Val and dump it in. Happy Tuesday to you guys.
Happy Tuesday. See you in a couple weeks.
Look forward to seeing you.
All right, guys. See you later. Thank you.